hopeful. You could say naive, and you believe people, and then it didn't pan out. Let's go! Do you think that played a part in it?
It did, but the thing was, for me, I always devalued myself. And I realized
overvalued people or had more value or stock in what?
Prejudging people, not putting enough value and stock in myself.
Right.
To where I was pretty much undercutting myself for quite some time and not even believing in myself.
Right.
But it got to a point where I'm starting to realize, like, by going out to other people's places and trying this and seeing what they're doing, looking at the money they get, I'm like, yo,
that's it.
What I'm doing, I am killing what they're doing.
Right.
You got a better product.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I know I could do better, and yet I'm not out here doing it like they're doing it. Not to mention, I'm charging less, and my product is superior to what they're doing. Not being cocky and arrogant, but
it's what it is.
It is what it is in so many words. And it took me to actually just wake up and realize I got something people want.
What made you? What was it? Was it hearing it from a certain person,
or did it like click? It like something finally switched in you?
I decided to do a sale on, might have been potatoes or something random, something like that. And as soon as people found out, they went just like that. I needed to have 10, 15 more. And people were like upset that I didn't even tell them. And I realized, like, yo, this is really a good product. People really want this. Like, and I haven't like I didn't put the value behind it or really believe in myself enough to really put it out there further to the world. Or even to try to get certain gigs that I've been getting. Like, never in a million years would I did a tasting at Bethel High School. 6 months ago, I went and did it because I would have been afraid. Like, man, I don't know. I'm a small business. Maybe they're not going to mess with me. But I went in there and did it. And their principal, this older black gentleman, is highly opinionated. He straight up told me, if I don't... Well, after he ended up agreeing to do the function with me, but he told me, hey, if we run out of food, you will never work in Hampton again. I looked at him, I smiled, I said, I got it covered. And that was that. But it's just like, I'm not afraid of the critics, the naysayers, or any of that stuff anymore. Because I finally built up enough inside of me where I believe in what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. Like, even when I'm talking to somebody about price,
you're confident.
I'm more confident within the price.
Right.
And when I tell them, a lot of times it's still a great value. But before, I would let people talk me down, or I'd be scared. Instead of me saying 15, I'd be like, oh, it's only going to be 12. When I know my heart is worth 15, when I look at my percentages and my profits where I need to be, it needs to be at least 15, but I still wouldn't do it because I wasn't confident enough in what I was doing to put it out there.
And I can understand that because with example, it took me, just in my life in general, it took me this long, and it was just this morning where I decided to believe. Like, when you... It's funny you talking about that.
Let me interject one time. You just said you will believe you before you believe me.
Right.
You just decided to believe in this morning. How long have I been telling you about this?
No, I was speaking in general because it applies.
You speak in general either way.
It applies.
I've been wanting this example for a minute.
It applies. Now,
My girl loves a hoodie. She's been waiting for another run of hoodies, which hasn't happened. We've been telling you this, but it takes for you.
It takes
for that stuff to get.
So the question is,
no,
what? Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I just want to know, like, what it is that finally clicked.
Like, it's hard to quantify it or
it's like
put it into words. It's just, it's almost
so
like.
So with you, it was because you sold out.
Just selling out, realizing, you know what, I really have a good product. More people contacting me. People I don't know are responding to my food in a positive way. Like when I popped up on Z104 doing the Stuff the Bus. Shaggy tasted my food. Everybody was digging in. He put it on the radio within minutes about how good it was. And these people had never seen me, had my food or anything before. And just to know complete strangers, I didn't change their life for those few moments.
Now here's the dynamic.
And it's just like, wow, I'm really good at what I do. I gotta do this. I gotta let more people experience this.
Now here's the interesting dynamic. Even going through all that and not really knowing what you have. You know what you have, but you really can't quantify it yet. You can't say this is worth this yet. and you're giving it out for free or handing out different stuff like that, in you still want it to succeed. You still like want it to progress.
So is the
You
fear?
know
Is
what
it
I mean?
I know a lot of people don't do what they are capable of because of the fear of rejection, the fear of failure. So it's like you're not sure. You're not sure.
It could be fear, but it has to be that belief there. That belief isn't there yet. Some have it immediately and they run with it because instantly they know I got something here.
But you know
There's
what?
a need.
It's hard to run with it based upon your actual situation, like your home situation. If you're financially stable, you can run with an idea, and even if it fails, everything else in your life is still going to be good. Then you're going to run with it and not really care what people think, and you can do it carelessly. But when you know this has to work because other people are depending on you and this product to work, it can be a little bit of fear built up in there. Sometimes that can hold you back and hinder
It could be.
or
But
sometimes
that could
it
be
can
the
light a
thing that
fire,
drives you, right?
and it can push
And it
you
could be
up
the
there.
fight, right? Because if you know you got
It can go
something
either way.
and you looking at it, you like,
This is my.
is this
all I
really
got.
it? Like, it doesn't, like, for some, it doesn't matter what the situation could be dire, but if you know you got something that you got for 1,000 that you can sell for 20,000, you like, I got this. This
Yeah.
gonna solve this, this, and this. You know what I mean? And it's not just necessarily money, but if you know it can generate that income and start. But for me, now let me qualify. I haven't decided if I'm moving forward with
I
this
know.
album.
I know, eh?
But I was looking at that box today, and I was thinking, I don't really want to do this. I'm gonna give it out. You know what I mean, and stuff like that. And then I stood there. I said, "This is a good product." I was looking. I was like, "This is a good product," and I really ain't put a price on it. You know what I'm saying? Like I really never put a price on it. And in me, I tell you where it started for me. The verse of scripture I've been meditating on. What things soever you desire when ye pray, believe that ye receive them, and ye shall have them. So you pray, but then you believe. And believe is a decision. So I've been thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it. I can choose what I want to believe. And I know that's a good product. I know that's a good shirt. I know that's a good brand name. I know all of this now. I'm convinced. But then I started expounding it. I used to put more value in others, like in your ideas and what you was doing, or her, Tara, and what she was thinking about, this, that, and the other, and belittle myself for years. I didn't start going free from that until I decided what I wanted. Like I wanted a family, I wanted a life, so I had to separate myself from other people because I was living vicariously through them. It's a moment that they know it. That's the only thing I can say. Like
And you
people
said
ask,
your moment this morning when you were looking at the box.
This moment, when I was looking at the box.
The verse of scripture.
that I've
That's
been
what
meditating on. Yep, and that thing, it came alive, and I kept hearing believe, and I believe that that's a good shirt. I believe that I can move units. I believe that I can sell it. You see what I'm saying?
I get you.
Like I'm convinced, but it's not a specific thing that happened, and you know what I mean. Of me
You just told
seeing
yourself,
people.
Based on the
and
scripture, then that's
right.
what it was. Okay.
And then I finally saw it. I finally saw the value.
It's hard to believe your friends because they're your friends. They
You
may have
remember I
got it
asked
for
you that the other
free.
day?
They may just telling you what they think you want to hear, what you need to hear.
Okay.
But it's hard to believe it. But when somebody tells you that has exactly no stock in the game, like they don't have a hand in the game, it doesn't matter.
Right.
And they tell you that this is a good product, or you see their reaction when they get it, then that's right there. Sometimes it's an opener, and that helps you believe in going over to the next step.
Okay.
Because your friends, they're your friends.
Of course, they're gonna.
They gonna boost you up.
Boost
They're
you
gonna
up.
say whatever, and then like that.
Okay.
So for me,
It was the
the
outside.
strangers. It was the outside influences coming.
Okay.
When I go do a tasting at a person's house that I've never met before, they found me due to a referral or a friend of a friend, and I show up with all my little containers, and they have to taste everything for the first time. I go get me a chair, I sit in the side, pretend to play with my phone, because still inside I'm like, oh my God, what's going on, what's gonna happen? And to control my nervous energy, I'm just
You
messing
fixing
on
it.
the phone, like, okay, we're gonna do this, but I don't know what's about to happen. and then I judge reactions, and then I see
Okay.
they love it, everything's great, then I can breathe again. But just every time I do something like that, it's just more validation that I'm doing the right thing. I got a great product. People see I got a great product. People are mad when I run out of product or they can't have the product that I created. But like, I love it. I love to get cursed out because they didn't know I had something they could have had it. I'm like, you know what? Keep that same energy. I'm coming back next week. And it's just a good feeling. But it took a long time to get there. 'Cause
How
I've
long have you
playing
been
in the
doing
kitchen
And
for
I
how long?
recognize it a minute, bro. Since
I've been
Mattress
cooking
Firm,
forever,
before
but
Mattress Firm.
I really just started taking it seriously. You know who actually got me going a lot harder than I did?
Who?
Keisha Jarrett.
Yep.
What did she do that caused you to?
Training class. I cooked one day for the training class or brought some food in. She loved it. She started telling everybody else about it. People wanted to taste it. People wanted to try it. Everybody started loving it. She really put my food on in Verizon. And then people started placing orders. I'm doing teens potlucks. I'm like, wow, I got a whole clientele built off of this coming out of training class because she started telling people about it.
And you didn't know her, so you accepted her.
See,
I didn't know her at all.
I
She
got
was a
you.
stranger. She was my teacher.
you remember you yesterday you was asking me about hearing from God or whatever, or different stuff. And I was like, I can tell you, but I asked you something to the effect, would it be different if somebody you didn't know came up to you? Remember I said that? Or somebody who wasn't involved with you, because now you know they don't know you.
Yeah.
They don't have a vested interest.
Yeah.
They not trying not to hurt your feelings. You know what I mean? Huh?
You're not always ready to accept it.
Yeah?
No matter how many times somebody tell you something, until you're ready and open-minded to accept
Right.
what's being told,
You can't push them further than what they are.
You
You can't
can't.
push nobody further than
I
what
did
they
a
are.
private dinner for a gentleman down. They had a little Airbnb, nice dinner set up real nice. I gave him his price, and for me, I was like, man, I went up a little bit on the price. He straight told me. They talked. Matter of fact, the whole private dinner after they got over the excitement turned into like a little business meeting for me, and they were telling me about social media, how to post, and asking for reviews and feedback and stuff like that. And this is all actually has helped. I applied a lot of what I took from that dinner and started using it, and it's worked. But he told me like, wait, I was way cheaper than what I should have been. I mean, he straight
I
tipped
remember
me.
you told
He
me
tipped
that.
me $100. I normally don't even get tips, but my man, here you go. Wow, $100 tip. Okay, super dope, so crazy excited. But then they even went a step further and they went and asked people, because they're in a little Facebook like couples marriage group, told them about the experience and asked people how much would they pay for it. And what the people were paying for it was 2 to 3 times higher than what I actually charged. So I was like, yo, I'm actually undercharging, not saying I don't mind providing great service at an affordable price, but at the same time, I'm devaluing myself. I'm not putting myself where I need to be, especially for the quality and the time and effort that I put into everything I do.
Right.
So I mean, it was super cool.
But now it's a turning point. You reach that place. When you finally reach that place, that's when it turns. And you kind of draw the line in the sand, because you know what you got. And they know what you got. And they can't take advantage of it.